Yes, bring your instruments.
I cannot hear.
And now from McAllen City Hall, a meeting of the McAllen City Commission.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's City Commission meeting. And tonight is this year's last meeting, so I hope everybody had a wonderful 2022 and even a better 2023 next year. So on behalf of myself and the City Commission, everybody Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So we have for today, we have a Pledge of Allegiance followed by the invocation by Commissioner Sebi Haddad. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, as we begin the last meeting for this year, we give thanks and praise for all of your mighty works, and we reflect on the fortune and goodwill that you have bestowed upon our city. With your guidance, we strive to continue making decisions that assist and lift up our community. During this joyous holiday season, we ask that you continue to bless and provide any comfort needed to our City of McAllen employees and their families. We remind ourselves that we are to be responsible stewards of our community and always remain in service to you. Let us ensure that we share our blessings with those less fortunate. Amen.
Amen. And we have a presentation, risk management. What do we have? Yes. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, everyone. Come on.
Hello.
This is my risk management team.
Hey.
So recently, our risk management department was recognized at the state level by the Texas Chapter Public Risk Management Association as the recipient of the 2022 Risk Management Achievement Award. The Risk Management Achievement Award honors a public entity that has demonstrated excellence in the execution of risk management programs and initiatives that bring value to their organization. So we'd like to show a very short clip of the award.
Our first recipient of this award is the City of McAllen.
This year, the City of McAllen Risk Management Department was a recipient of the prestigious Texas Prima 2022 Risk Program Achievement Award for their Safety Heroes campaign, an all-inclusive approach to safety, awarded at the annual State Risk Management Conference and Expo.
The Risk Management Program Achievement Awards. Congratulations, City of McAllen, on winning that award. This is an award that's an organization award, and so we look at programs that are innovative, that demonstrate value, that are reproducible across other entities, and so we want to highlight those and give other entities the opportunity to learn best practices from these entities that receive these awards.
This award, sponsored by Prima, was designated to recognize a project, program, or a project that contributed to successful risk management programs, as well as provided an opportunity to share these accomplishments and promote value to their public entities.
It all goes back to the fact that we want to give the best service we can to our citizens, but at the same time we want to take really good care of our employees, make sure that they're getting all the treatment they need, and we're making sure our employees go back home to their families and back again to give great service the next day when they come to work.
I'm speechless. I am, you come full circle. We've worked so hard, to send that message of safety. It's a passion, for us. And we come in there and we do that in and out every day. And I think to see this finally happening for us, it just speaks volumes of everything that we've been acting and doing and saying. And here we are celebrating that, those accomplishments. And so I'm so happy. I feel blessed that we made it here today.
Yolanda Perez, Risk Management Director, also stated that competing against big cities like Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio made them cautious in their decision when entering for the award. But with all the hard work they've done within the department this year, submitting was long overdue.
I'm very grateful to our Mayor City Commission for their support. Specifically, my bosses directly, which is Mr. Jeff Johnston, is always very supportive. Ultimately, just my risk management team, they're always there. They believe in it. Very grateful to all of my team.
It goes without saying that Yoli and her entire team over at the Risk Office they're fantastic. They're top notch at what they do. To see those kind of results from a program that reaches into every department in the city is just amazing.
Thank you to my team. I love working with you, each and every one of you, every day. Very grateful to the City Commission for their support, and specifically my boss, Mr. Roy Rodriguez, our city manager. Jeff Johnston is the city manager. Without their constant praise and just constantly telling us, inspiring us to be great. So thank you. And a special thank you to our public information team for helping us with the media side of this submission, and we're very grateful. So, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
And next we have a proclamation, Christmas for Kids, Commissioner Sebi Haddad.
Good to see y'all too. Gee. This is a great one, and it continues as a great tradition. City of McAllen proclamation. Whereas the McAllen Police Department will host the 21st Annual Christmas for Kids toy giveaway on Saturday, December 17th, 2022 at the McAllen Public Safety Building and Municipal Park on Bicentennial and Quince Street. The event will be kicked off by the Parade of Characters starting at Las Palmas Community Center on Quince, east to Bicentennial beginning at 8 a.m. with more than 20 entries. Through the coordinating efforts of McAllen Police Department personnel, the continuing support of Doctors Hospital at Renaissance, HEB, and other community partners that make Christmas for Kids possible with their kind donations, McAllen area children will have a Merry Christmas this year. Soccer balls, dolls, skateboards, and action figures are among the many toys that will be given to the children, along with fresh fruit, hot dogs, and candy. With everyone's support and effort, Christmas for Kids will continue to successfully distribute more than 5,000 toys to McAllen area children. I, Sebi Haddad, City Commissioner of the City of McAllen, Texas, by virtue of the authority vested in me, and on behalf of the Mayor and the City Commission, do hereby proclaim December 17th, 2022 as Christmas for Kids Day. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioner Haddad, to all the ladies and gentlemen here, we at the City of McAllen, all of us collectively, let me suggest to you this: we do make a difference. This is the 21st anniversary, the 21st time we put on this program. So we've done this for 20-some odd years now. We run into kids now that were kids when they came up here, and they still remember them coming up for their toys, and that was their Christmas. So this year, once again, I would suggest to you, Mr. Mayor, members of the commission, city manager, This is a small way that affects lives in a very big way. And it is an honor for us to be able to put this together. And I'm very proud of this, the fact that the city of McAllen does everything that it can to make a difference in children's lives at probably the most cheerful time of the year. It's supposed to be anyway for families. We will have anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000, maybe 4,000 kids out there on Saturday morning, and each of them will be treated to a Christmas program with a bag of goodies and candy and other things that go with that, and toys and music and things like that. It's a program that we at the city of McAllen, combined with our community, put together. So at the end of the day, this is McAllen taking care of McAllen. So we're very proud of the fact that the city of McAllen puts on this for our kids every year. So, Mr. Mayor, members of the commission, we invite you once again, also those of you in the public, we invite you once again to Saturday morning at McAllen PD building at Quince and Bicentennial, and share in the joy of the season. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Public hearings.
Mr. Mayor, I just wanted to notify you that I filed a conflict of interest statement regarding item 1A2, as I am a business holder of a business enterprise that has a leasehold that may be affected by the rezoning.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you. Mayor, Commissioners, tonight we have two routine items. They're both rezonings. As always, they come with a favorable recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission and didn't have any opposition. They can be approved in one motion or discussed separately as desired. They are a rezone from R1 to C1 at 1104 Freddy Gonzalez, and a rezone from AO to C4 at 5520 North McAllen.
Okay, do we have anybody here to speak against the items? Okay, if not, do I hear a motion to approve item 22?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Against? Motion carries. Item B.
Mayor, item B1 has been withdrawn by the applicant this morning.
Withdrawn?
Yes, sir. And the next one is B2. It's a rezone from R1 to R3A at 5,000 North Benson. This property is located along the east side of North Benson, approximately 950 feet south of Dove. It is just under 4.5 acres. Adjacent zoning is R1 to the north and west, AO to the east, and C3L to the south. Surrounding uses include single-family homes, an auto repair shop, and vacant land. Development trend for this section of North Benson is single-family homes. Staff received one phone call in opposition of the rezoning before it got to P&Z. Then it was presented at the November 16th P&Z, where a neighbor appeared with a petition concerned with safety and noise. After some discussion, P&Z unanimously recommended disapproval. Because of that, supermajority of those present will be required for approval. We are recommending disapproval.
Do we have anybody to speak regarding the item? Yes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Triana Rodriguez. I am a resident at Villa Española in McAllen, Texas. I'm here representing my neighbors. And my neighbors include the street of Wisteria Avenue, Villa Española subdivision, which is my neighborhood, which is on Xenia, and also the Benson Ranch neighborhood. I was the person that started the petition. If I can, I'm just going to go ahead and read the petition that I wrote. And
no, let's make it real easy. Do we have anybody to speak for the item?
Okay, I'll make a motion, Mayor, to disapprove item 1B2.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I need a motion to amend the zoning ordinance of the city of McAllen.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Consent agenda items A through M. Do we need to pull anything out?
Motion to approve A to M. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 3.
3A is award a contract for the purchase of 2 tandem trucks and front-end loader for the street maintenance department.
Well, we're trying to expedite things. Was everything done as required by state statutes, city, municipal ordinances, resolutions, everything?
It's cooperative
And this was the most
purchasing.
responsible bidder. Do I hear a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? Motion carries. Item B.
B is award a contract for the Quince Avenue at North 27th Street drainage improvements.
Mayor and Commission, scope of work for this project includes a new storm infrastructure consisting of 2,600 linear feet and apprentices. This is going to be funded partly by a grant, FEMA Hazard Mitigation, a 75-25 match. Staff recommends award of the contract to the lowest responsive bidder, Artillery LLC of Edinburgh, Texas, in the base bid amount of $1,516,935 with a contract time of 180 calendar days, and we open it up for any questions.
Any past history with this contractor?
Yes, they finished the main and cedar project. They did that under time, really clean, really responsive to
Oh, great.
residents. So we like, this contractor's performed well for the city.
Sounds good. Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item number 4.
4A is providing for an amendment to ordinance 2146 as amended for the reconciliation of proposed beneficiaries of year 2122 CDBG annual action plan.
Good evening, Mayor and City Commissioners and City Manager. This item before you reconciles beneficiary data for the CDBG projects that did not meet 75% of the proposed beneficiaries. In accordance with our Citizen Participation Plan, we are required to report projects that do not achieve the minimum threshold. 4 subrecipient projects did not meet their intended goals. This amended ordinance would reduce the proposed goals so that they may equal to the actual accomplishments. It should be noted that staff solicited comments regarding the amendment and none were received. In addition, this proposed amendment was presented to the Community Development Advisory Board on December 2nd, and they supported the reduction of beneficiary goals for these 4 projects. As such, staff is recommending approval of the amendment.
So we're amending to the extent they met whatever was required.
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against?
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you. Variances.
5A is consideration of a variance request to not require the subdivision process at 7616 North Benson.
Sir, this property is located along the east side of North Benson, 850 feet south of Auburn. It is zoned R1. Surrounding zones are R1 to the north, south, and east, AO to the west. Surrounding uses include single-family homes and vacant land. The owner purchased the property, which is described by meets and bounds, in August of 2020. The property does currently have a house, which the applicant is proposing to demolish and build a new home. The basis for the request to not subdivide is due to the cost of subdividing. Development team reviewed the request, and they are recommending compliance with the ordinances. A variance to not subdivide was approved by City Commission for a property about half a mile south last year. There are 4 options before you. Staff is recommending option 3, which is disapproval, but if Commission wishes to approve, then we do recommend option 2, which would include contractual agreements and right-of-way dedication as needed.
The one that was, I guess we granted a variance last year, did it have that much area?
Yeah, it was a little bit skinnier, but it was one of those really deep lots. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And that was going to a family member, right?
Correct.
I make a motion for item number 2, which is the approval with the variance.
Option 2?
Yeah, option 2.
I would second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Item B.
B is consideration of a variance request to the right-of-way dedication requirement at 5700 North 10th Street.
Sure. Plaza Las Fuentes Fortis is a 2-lot re-subdivision on the northeast corner of 10th and Dove. It is Zone C3 with surrounding zones C3 north, south, and west, and R1 to the east. The applicant is requesting a variance to the right-of-way requirements, which requires 75 feet from center line for a total of 150. The applicant is proposing to not dedicate any additional right-of-way and maintain the existing 100 feet of right-of-way. The basis for the request is to match the existing right-of-way of the surrounding subdivisions. The development team reviewed the variance request. There are no objections. The request was considered at the November 16th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, where it did unanimously receive a recommendation for approval. There are three options before you. Staff is recommending option one, which is approval of the variance as requested.
And we're talking about 10th and Dove, and that would conform with the rest of the area?
With everything else, correct, sir.
What are the wishes of the commission?
Motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
I just have to abstain on that item.
All right, sir. Okay, manager's report, do we need to consider this, or what do we have?
Yes, sir, Mayor, Commissioners, this is a consideration and approval of the plaque that we would be placing at the McAllen Police Department, and specifically agreeing to this language or some amendment to it.
And Roy, do we need to take this up right now? I know there's issues regarding the language and this and that, and at the very end, we need to do whatever we think we need to do, unburdened by anything on the outside, but do we need to take it up right now?
Well, we've been waiting to do it, Mayor. We're actually ready to take action several months ago, and we were asked to hold it until this meeting. The wording that's in front of you is what the staff has recommended, myself included.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you want to change that, then we can bring it back, but that is what we're recommending.
Mayor, I'm going to keep it really short. I've been in communication with Mrs. Guerra, who's been the lead person from the committee that brought this idea and concept. Obviously, the language that's used in the plaque as presented in draft form is not verbatim what Ms. Guerra emailed to council. However, reviewing the email itself, there are some grammatical and syntax error. One of the concerns that committee shared was, while it is a fact and it is true that Chief Longoria, former Chief Longoria, is the first Hispanic police chief, they felt that she felt, and the committee felt, that it kind of detracted away from the intent and purpose of recognizing Chief Longoria for his deeds and for his contributions in transforming the city of McAllen Police Department from a pre-existing condition that wasn't very favorable to the city to one that obviously is now much more favorable. But nevertheless, I made it very clear to her that the Board of Commissioners, at its discretion, will ultimately make the decision. Obviously, we sought input from the committee, but ultimately, it's up to this board to decide what the verbiage will be. And she understood that. She understands. She still stands firm with verbatim the form or the wording that she used in the email. But again, there were some minor, but nevertheless, errors in the grammar.
Commissioner, at the very end, I feel very comfortable with the bottom part. The fact of the first Hispanic, whether we put that or not, to me is irrelevant.
Right.
I don't know what does the rest of the commission feel. Because, yeah, we can take action right now.
Right.
But, I mean, I'm okay with the language in the bottom. Right. The fact that it's first Hispanic or not, that was one of the issues. If we need to toss it out, we toss it out.
That's the way I saw it, Mayor, the way you did. I thought the language at the bottom was fine.
Right.
And whether the first Hispanic police chief is there or not.
Right, and I explained that to Mrs. Guerra as well, that, I mean, it's a fact, it's there, I mean, you can't, and if there's an additional reason to have the plaque, well, I think certainly the fact that he is the first Hispanic police chief in an area that for many, many years didn't have one is something of note for history.
But they prefer not.
Of course, because
Okay.
it's the belief that it takes away, but I explained again, it's the Board of Commission that
What
makes
are the
the
wishes of the commission?
I'll make a motion to approve as cited and proposed.
But, I mean, I'll second the motion to approve it. Definitely, we want to do it. But I guess if the family does not want that one single verbiage.
And to me, that doesn't make a difference either.
It doesn't make it.
So with or without?
No, as is.
Okay, so then we don't have a second, or do we have a second the way it is?
I make a motion to approve as is and presented in the form on the city commission agenda item.
Including the first Hispanic police chief,
Including the first
contrary to
Hispanic
the
police chief.
wishes of the family. That's
Contrary to the wishes of the committee and the
No,
family.
I take my second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we just work on this one again? And
That's fine.
Bring it back at the next meeting and.
Or take off the first Hispanic.
Will that satisfy their?
Based on what I saw, I think, but I don't know.
Let us have a little bit of input from the family, you know.
Well, we got a lot of input from the family.
Bueno, pues ya nada más vamos a decirle, mira, with or without, y checamos, y
Yeah, that's
we do
actually
the
going to be there
next
forever.
meeting.
Let's try and get this right.
Everybody to be fine
And
with
Ms.
it.
Garrett didn't really express an urgent matter that had to be taken care of, so.
Okay, so do I hear a motion to table?
I'll make a motion to table.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Advisory board appointments, we have any?
Yeah, I have 3 appointments. Would you present, Perla?
Yes, sir. We've got a couple of advisory board appointments. Mayor Villalobos nominated Cristo Garcia as resident commissioner for the McAllen Housing Finance Corporation. Commissioner Aguirre, Carmen Pacheco to KMB. Commissioner Cabeza de Vaca, Jesse Barba to Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. Herschel Patel to Friends of Quinta. And Mike Sanchez to the Traffic Commission. And then I've also provided you with the spreadsheets. All the names that are highlighted in yellow are members who have resigned. And at this time, I'll take any appointments if you have any additional ones to make. Otherwise, I'll take a
Any
motion.
nominations? If not, do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. Thank you. Immigration.
Honorable Mayor, Commissioners, our immigrant drop-off numbers from CBP and ICE are at 78 per day this last week between Anzalduas Park and the Respite Center. Our COVID-19 positivity rate was a little bit higher at 7.1%, which is high, but I'll note that with a number of 78 per day, that means we had about 6 positives per day. Our numbers have been a little bit low there at Anzalduas and at the Respite Center. Our current occupancy remains under 100 per night. Our current capacity remains 1,700 with the ability to expand that rapidly to 4,000 if needed. The biggest piece of news that I have for you is Title 42. Current schedule is that Title 42 will end on December the 21st, which means that we are expecting, unless something changes, that our numbers could increase dramatically sometime to the middle or the end of next week. We do remain in close contact with officials both at the Border Patrol and emergency management counterparts at the state and the county level in relation to what may take place here sometime next week if there's not a change at the federal level. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may
We
have.
still stand ready in Anzalduas.
Absolutely.
Capacity?
Capacity right now is 1,700. We can move to 4,000 within a day.
But we don't want to do that.
But we don't want to do that. Yeah, and again, our primary focus has always been family units. We continue to emphasize that to the feds, and they have been very receptive to that. Both Border Patrol and ICE have been very receptive to what we've been doing in the past.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Future agenda items. Nothing. Counselor, what do we have? Executive session items. Our counselor left us.
The dice. Or his notes.
Okay. Mayor, with respect to item 7A1, I recommend the City Commission consider a motion authorizing my office to list the property discussed in executive session and negotiate a contract and related development agreement to be approved by the City Commission.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
Mayor, with respect to item 7A2, I recommend the City Commission consider a motion authorizing city manager and city attorney to lease the parking spaces described in executive session on the terms described therein.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
Okay, Mayor, with respect to item 7B, I recommend that the City Commission consider a motion authorizing the city manager and city attorney to take those steps necessary and reasonable to reacquire the real property on the terms described in executive session.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
Mayor, with respect to item 7C, I recommend the City Commission consider a motion authorizing the city manager and city attorney to negotiate an amendment to the contract described in executive session and to make any payment required thereby.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries.
And lastly, Mayor, with respect to item 7D, I recommend that the City Commission entertain a motion to authorize the city manager and city attorney to negotiate the economic development incentives described in executive session.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Motion carries. That's it?
Mayor, that's the last item of the year.
And that's the last, this is the last meeting, everybody. God bless you. Merry Christmas. On behalf of myself and the City Commission, City Manager, staff, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. You all have a great New Year.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody.
Is adjourned.
Regular City Commission meetings are held on the second and fourth Monday of each month. Meetings are rebroadcast on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on the McAllen Cable Network.